String, Straightedge, and Shadow by Sofia Valente. During the Stone Age, the first perfect circles were drawn using an animal tied to a stake. Stone Age shepherds discovered a way to tell time using shadows and watching changes in the moon. At the dawn of civilization in Egypt, rope stretchers were the first people to figure out how to make a perfect right angle, and they did it completely by accident while trying to establish boundaries between properties. They discovered the 3-4-5 special right triangle. This tactic of creating right angles was used to build great pyramid tombs for the pharaohs. In the Near East, however, stars captured the interest of thinkers. Stargazers observed the phases of the moon and the message of time and direction in shadows. One stargazer discovered how to split a circle into 6 equal parts using arcs, creating a new unit of measure for the corresponding angles at its center. Ionian Greeks became early philosophers, making advancements in astronomy, physics, mathematics, and geography. Thales studied magnets and measurements, Anaximander made the first map, and Pythagoras was credited with inventing multiplication tables. Thales went on a journey to Babylon and Egypt and studied many things, including shadows. He was able to tell the height of the Great Pyramid of Giza just by looking at the shadows. He realized that shadows can be expressed in a proportion. Height of object is to shadow of object as your height is to your shadow. Thales assembled a small group to discuss his findings with, and he explained the Babylonian division of the circle into 360 degrees. He also shared with them the construction of the 3-4-5 right triangle. Pythagoras and his group of followers lived by the rule that knowledge is the greatest purification. They decided that the earth was round and that the planets and the sun were spheres also. The Pythagoreans shared all simple belongings in common and were taught the transmigration of souls. The Pythagorean theorem was first discovered to work on the 3-4-5 right triangle, but Pythagoras realized it would work for any right triangle. There are 5 shapes that can be fitted together and can be inscribed within one another. They were discovered by the Pythagoreans and are the cube, the regular pyramid, the octahedron, the icosahedron, and the dodecahedron. The brotherhood fell apart when a traitor exposed the secret of irrational numbers that contradicted what was told by the brotherhood in the past. Plato's Academy was the first institution for higher learning. He established it after fleeing to Sicily after his own teacher, Socrates, was killed. Exodus studied at Plato's Academy and eventually established the root 5 rectangle. He used proportions such as a is to b is equal to b is to a plus b to solve the problems that caused the Pythagoreans to falter. During the rule of Alexander the Great, 3 new curves were discovered: the parabola, the hyperbola, and the ellipse. Finally, in the start of the 3rd century BC, Euclid published a work called The Elements, which included everything accomplished in geometry to that point.